360 Takeoffs tutorials. Setting up a symbol list. Once you've set up your 360 Takeoffs project, you are now ready to create a symbol list. To do so, click on the symbol icon at the top, and an empty window will pop up in the menu bar. You're going to click on the green plus symbol, and an icon will pop. Once the icon is selected, you can go down to the property window and give that icon a name. We're going to go with a dual cat 6. Now we want to give that a symbol type. I'm going to go with the split triangle, but if I wanted to go with a custom symbol or one of the other symbols, you could click on the plus green arrow, create any icon you want, hit save, and then use that one. Since this is just a triangle, we're just going to use the split triangle. I'm going to give it a different color than what my icons are on my drawing, which I'm going to go with blue. And now I'm going to go down and give it a faceplate. Now I'm going to go with a quad faceplate, which would now give me 4 ports. Now if I would have selected a dual faceplate, it would have only given me 2 ports. But I wanted to do a quad faceplate. And in port 1, we're going to go ahead and select a cat 6 blue cable with a cat 6 blue jack. Now in port 2, you can say I'll have to do that for every one, but if it's the same one, just double click on the arrow, and now it'll just repeat whatever your last command was. Port 3, since we've already got our 3, but we have to fill these last 2 ports, we're going to go with a other for cable, because we're going to go with none, and then we're going to go with a other and blank, and like I did with port 2, I can just go ahead and click on that arrow, double click on it, and it repeats my last command. Now that we've done that, we have to move down to the lower level, which is the layout part of this properties window, and we have daisy chain. So we have we have false right now for daisy chain, which is meaning that these are all home running back to an IDF or MDF. Now if I had that as true, that would be like a speaker or some kind of fire alarm system. That would be a daisy chained wire between everything. We're going with standard location, so we're going to go with a false on that. The faceplate location is on the wall. The elevation, this is all in feet, so we're going to stick with 1.5, which is 18 inches. Our service loop, whatever you'd like it to be. Now extra cable length is going to be if you have to go around a bathroom or an elevator shaft or stairwell. If you do have to go around something, you just add the adder in there and it will add it to the software. But that would be something you normally do at the end of your project. Incidentals are for stuff going up and down around HVAC systems, stuff like that. I usually use 10 feet. Cable pathway height is how high this cable is running in the ceiling. And at the bottom down here, it tells you what each of this is. So let's go with 12 feet. And your burn rate is whatever extra percentage that you have that you're going to use, like when you can't use all 100 feet in a box or what. So now that that's all filled out, I want to go back to my IDF and I want to make sure I want to connect to the MDF. So I go to symbol, click the symbol I want to put down, and all I do is click on the drawing where the symbols are, and it automatically places it. Now if I click on one of these symbols, you'll notice that it gives me that distance of 59 feet 9 inches. Now you're looking, if I go to view and I go to measure, you're going to go, wait a minute, that's only 10 feet. Why is it 59? Well, it's taking all your adders. It's taking in the ups and downs and it's adding it all together for you so you get that complete distance. Now if I wanted to add some for the IDF, I would have to come over to active, change it to the IDF now, go back to my symbols, click on the symbols, and say this one's all going to the IDF. Now, these go, you notice here I got 6 of these going to the IDF, and I got 5 of them going to the MDF. I can go to my takeoffs, and I can click on View All, and it's going to produce all my takeoffs for me. If you look at outlets, it breaks down everything for you. Cables, it gives you average length, everything you'd want to do for your producing a scope of work. Now, say the customer comes back and says, you know what, we're not going to use this IDF anymore, we're all going to go to the MDF. Well, you just highlight all your drops that you wanted that were going to the IDF, come on over to the property window, change from IDF to MDF, and there you go. And you just notice everything went to the MDF, IDF has nothing. And that is the tutorial on setting up a symbol list. If you have any questions, go to support@360takeoffs.com. Thank you for listening.